What's up, guys, and welcome back to a new video. This is my new series that I'm going to be doing, probably like once a week or once a month. I don't know how long, like how many I'm going to do, but I'll go straight into it. So it's my top 5 playable characters in ... So this time it is Arkham Knight, just because I've played it the most. I know how to play characters very well. That's in my opinion. Compared to pros, it's probably nothing like it. But going straight into this, so there'll obviously be 5 characters. This is all based on my opinion. Some might be quite hot takes. I don't know. It's just, at the end of the day, it's my opinion, and this is what this series is going to be about. Right, so going into this, my number 5th spot is Harley Quinn. Now, so what this sort of video is going to be like is it's going to show the showcase of them, so their 2 skins or whatever, if they have skins, and then it'll go into like a bit of their gameplay, which is just the way that I thought of doing it. So yeah, her being in 5th spot is because, well, she's very, very unique. She's the most unique out of the lot. She can't do silent takedowns, which you'll see in this video at some point. She also has this jack in the box where it sort of lures enemies to it and then she just explodes it. There's no way of them like shooting it or anything like that. It's just to get free kills, and it's really helpful. Well, you can only really use it in stealth missions, but it's just a really good tool. It fits her character a lot, with being like loud and sort of very kind of like the polar opposite to how Batman is, with being like loud and, you know, like killing and, you know, that sort of thing, which is quite cool. And that's why her like what do you call it, like sort of equipment fits her character really well. Like it sort of feels like it went since meeting her in Arkham Asylum to then seeing her develop and see how she's become in Arkham Knight. This sort of equipment definitely does make sense for her character, which definitely does help. And as well is I prefer playing her in combat missions. I've got quite high scores before with her, which are not going to be in this video, but I'll probably touch on in the future, maybe at some point. And yeah, she's just got this ability, which I'll show in a second, which is called her Mayhem mode, which basically makes her invincible, really. Well, I say that, I just got shot there. But, so she can literally, like, run across the, across to an enemy with a press of a button. And just like take them down as soon as possible, which is a quite cool ability. It just lets you take down 3 enemies, and you can do it in combat missions as well. So it's a really, you know, interesting ability, and it sort of fits her again as well. Even though it's not technically part of her arsenal, with her being able to do it, it definitely does fit her character. Now, going on to my 4th pick is Robin. Now, Robin in these games never really feels powerful as such. Like, it doesn't feel like the sidekick to the greatness of how powerful Batman is in these games, especially this one, where I feel like he is at his peak. Like, his equipment in this game is, you know, with having the Batmobile, and then, you know, having like freeze blast and, you know, the numerous abilities which I'll go into further down the video. He just feels a bit sort of like not boring, because his abilities are quite cool. Like the snap flash is quite a unique ability, so I'll show it here. So basically you can attach it to the enemy's back, but you've got to like sneak up on them, and then you could detonate it at any point in time. They won't ever take it off, whether that be if they're going to fight you or anything. You just have to like hold L2, well, the aim button if you're on Xbox. I don't know about PC. And then the shooting, like the R2, the usual shooting button for like shooter games. And then it just explodes, which is quite cool. So here, what I do is I show that he's got a shuriken instead of a batarang. It does the same thing, near enough. It's just a different name. And there's no distance thing with that snap flash as well. So as you guys could see, I was quite a bit of distance away from the guy that I originally stuck it on, and it didn't have any effect. It didn't sort of say that I'm out of a radius or anything like that. So it's a really cool ability. As well, Robin's got fear takedown, the same as Batman, and Azrael. I think he's got that as well. They're the only 3. Oh, and Nightwing has it as well. So they're the only 4 characters to have it in the game, which is quite cool. I mean, I use it a lot in my own gameplay. You know, why wouldn't you? You can take down 5 enemies when you've leveled it up a lot. But it's just a really cool tool to have. And then he's got a zip kick as well. So going on to my third pick is obviously going to be Nightwing. For me, he is, you know, really, really shines in combat missions. A bit like Harley. He's a lot more useful in, like the stealth missions as well, because he can silently take down people. However, his combat really does shine. Now, it's a shame that I didn't get any footage to actually show you guys. I have posted content before of me playing as Nightwing in combat scenarios and things like that, if you did want to check that out. But I thought it would be easier just showing with stealth, because it's a bit easier to actually do the abilities without doing quick fire gadgets, and you know, it's just a little bit annoying. But his tools are quite cool. So there's 2 that's focused on electrical. So you've got the electrical blast, which I'll show you guys in a minute, and then you've also got the rec gun, the REC gun, which is like an electrical bolt you shoot, which Batman has had since Arkham City, I think. Yeah, Arkham City. It was in Origins, I think, as well. I'm not 100% sure. I feel like it was. But it's a really good tool to have. And then he's got his Inscripna. I can't even say it. I struggle saying that word. His sticks that he throws, basically. They are electrical. But you don't really... It doesn't really have like a elemental damage, I would say. Like, it doesn't sort of... It doesn't really do much with that being electrical, if that makes sense. But it is, like... It does ricochet around, which is quite cool. Like, as you guys can see here. So it like bounces from wall to wall and stuff like that. So it's a unique way of using his tool. And then I'm trying to show the beatdowns with everyone, which that was my like way of showing that there. And then my second pick is obviously going to be Batgirl. Now, I obviously watch certain people in the YouTube space with, obviously, in the Arkham sort of franchise and whatever, with their hot takes and things like that. And they kind of say that like Azrael, Batman and Batgirl are quite the similar. Now, yeah, Batgirl is the most like Batman out of the Bat family in this game. However, in her own story mission, her hacking the... What's it called? I can't exactly remember what it's called. Oh god, this is really bad. But the hacking thing that her and Batman have, which I think is unique to them. I don't think anyone else has it playable. Oh no, I think Robin has it as well. I'm not too sure. Yeah, the remote it said it. Oh well, you know what I'm talking about. If you're watching this video, you know what I'm talking about. But she can do unique stuff with it, which is quite cool. She can also do double takedowns. She can't do fear takedowns, which is a little bit annoying. But I show you guys here that you can do a double takedown, like how you could in Arkham City, which is a weird thing that they took from Batman. even though you could do it for like the first 2 games. You can't do it in these ones, which is a bit weird. You have to like get up your fear takedown to be able to do it. Remote hacking device. Sorry, I don't know how I forgot that name. I don't know. She can also do inverted takedown, same as Batman. I just feel like, I don't know, if I don't want to play Batman, I'll play her. Like, she's really fun. As well with in combat missions as well. Like, not that I prefer anyone over, well, I say that, this list is my favourite 5. Obviously some I prefer more than others. But at the same time, I feel like she's a little bit more fun than Batman sometimes. Even though Batman's obviously, spoiler alert, going to be number 1. Like, who else would it be? Like, he can do the most in the game. And obviously it is his game. However, I feel like Batgirl's got like a mix of Harley in the terms of, with great takedowns and double takedowns, they aren't silent. Well, double takedowns were never silent in the first place. So I don't want to mislead anyone there. But it's just sort of a mixture. You know, you can be loud and you can be quiet at the same time. But you've also got the, you know, the abilities that Batman does have as well. Now, obviously, you know, like I said like a minute ago, Batman is placed number 1. He's got the most skins, which I wish they put another Batgirl skin in. Whether that be a purple one, like she's usually wearing purple in a lot of media, or whatever. I mean, I'm not a big comic book follower or anything like that. Like, I've never really read any comics, which I don't know why. I just sort of focus on like films and that sort of thing. But you know, they could have added something there. Whereas Batman has got loads. He's got all the ones from the films. I think they might have missed a few out. I feel like they missed Val Kilmer's one and the George Clooney one, but obviously they are kind of shit. But they got quite a lot of skins of Batman in the game. They just recently added the Robert Pattinson one, which was cool. Cool to see. People were still kind of a bit thingy about it, sort of saying like it doesn't look as good as skins that have been in here for ages, which is quite a good take. I mean, I don't really mind. Like, I still haven't watched that film yet, so, you know, don't shoot me down. But, I mean, I want to, but I don't know whether or not it's on anything. But at the same time, you know, there's loads of skins in this game for Batman. It's hard enough choosing one, let alone if they add more. My favourite to use would probably be the 80s Batman. The one from, well, the Batman film in the 80s. With Jack Nicholson in, which that Batsuit is really cool. I'm currently wearing the New 52 Batsuit, which I did a previous video on before, so I sort of did a video with that in mind. And I thought, instead of doing a stealth thing as Batman, I'll just show a bit of Gotham as well. So when this fight's over, I call the Batmobile and have a little drive around and then like glide around, showing how fast you can go as Batman, which you can probably go a bit faster. Like, I wasn't properly, like, you know, sweating and whatever, but you know, there's lots to see in Gotham City. And another reason why Batman is first as well, you can't explore Gotham as anyone else. You can only explore it as Batman, which is a little bit of a shame. Obviously they've made the game for him, so it makes sense, and the story wouldn't really make much sense if you could have like Red Hood running around, or, you know, Harley. But it would be cool if they had like a sandbox, maybe in the next Arkham game, if they ever do one. I mean, with the recent media with the Suicide Kill the Justice League, is that they kind of like ruined a lot of stuff that happened, but I'm not going to go into that. But thank you guys for watching this video. I do love this game and do love doing, you know, well, any videos I've been doing, you know, have been very fun to do. But if you are new, subscribe. It does mean a hell of a lot to me. And yeah, stay tuned for more daily uploads. And yeah, see ya.